So the manhunt for Hawk Tuah continues. Kinda. Maybe they have, been found. Now, this video isn't me trying to figure out who this person is or anything like that. Like, it doesn't. I don't really care. But what I do want to do is talk about how crazy of an opportunity that all of us literally have, and how different your life could potentially be by simply creating content. So I want you guys to look at what's happened on a little bit of a deeper level. This person did a TikTok, which is absolutely taken off like wildfire, right? It's like literally ensued this manhunt on social media, woman hunt on social media around finding out who this person is. Now, whether this person wanted to be found is like, they might not have been, right? But we're here, and I want to actually talk about the opportunities that could get created for this person because of a random interview hanging out at the bars, ended up going absolutely ham and viral all over the internet. Could actually literally change everything about their life in a good way. So one, I want to talk about different ways that they could potentially start monetizing. First and foremost, they could absolutely explode their own social media, their own personal brand, which I know isn't probably the best angle to start off your social media on. Like, hey, I'm the Hawk Tuah girl, or hey, I'm Miss Hawk, or whatever you want to call it. But the thing to remember is she could literally, not we, she could literally transform her entire life if she wanted to off of this one thing. Like, she could literally start creating content, building a personal brand, and yeah, probably for the next 6 to 12 months might be known as the Hawk Tuah girl, but eventually she could have a massive following and nobody would even remember where it started from. Like, look at the Chick-fil-A sauce girl. Blew up, took her following to 1 million people, tons and tons of followers, and now is turned around and is doing sponsorships, brand deals, connecting with other influencers, etc., simply because of her doing a funny video at Chick-fil-A. And I would say this one is probably even more viral. So that's what we're going to cover today. Super different topic. But as a whole, I kind of want to just kind of reinforce like the really cool opportunity that all of us have with social media. And the fun fact is, you don't have to be a mega influencer. You don't have to get millions and millions of views to make magical money online. And I'm proof in the pudding, right? I've built a 7-figure business and I'm just like a little guy. Right? I've never got even a fraction of the number of views as this person has got in the last couple days. And as per the tone of the last few videos, I did write something on my Remarkable, and you guys get a look at my chicken scratch. But that's what we're going to be covering today. So how Hawk Tuah could monetize. I'm not sure of her real name, so we're just referring to her as Miss Hawk. First and foremost, we got merch. Okay, we got slogans, hats, t-shirts. I've seen people literally creating stickers for their windows. The crazy part to think about is you have other people that are literally starting businesses and making money off of the clout or the attention that is revolving around this woman. Okay, you have people like last night, somebody created, it's in the TikTok shop. So you even have TikTok shop affiliates who are making money from these hats that we don't even know if she created them. We don't even know if she created those hats or she created that merch. But she could literally come out and launch her own merch line and literally start making money, right? I mean, you have people that are complete strangers that are probably making money off of this by riding the clout wave. I mean, I'm literally creating a video on the clout wave, like as an example, which obviously I'm not making money from this, but I just wanted to flip some perspectives around what can actually happen by simply potentially putting yourself out there on social media. Okay, the obvious, right? The adult content, that's like goes without saying. That could be a very easy segue for them to start making money, which becomes a ethical thing, a morals thing, which I have no opinions whether it's right or wrong. Like, that's completely up to somebody's discretion. If they wanted to do that, obviously that's the quickest and easiest, and realistically they could probably make an insane amount of money relatively quickly. Whether they decide to do that or not, I have no idea. I'm just here to showcase the facts, right? They could literally probably, start a subscription and make $1 million over the next, week. Like realistically, it's absolutely insane what people are paying for that type of content. So that obviously is an option, uh, right? Goes without saying, especially with like the type of content that got went viral, right? As an example, first, this is probably my favorite, or three. This is probably my favorite, and the one that I would probably do as a whole is the content creation piece, building a personal brand. Uh, like as an example, I came across an account that was started last night that is portraying to be her. Now we don't even know if it is really her. Okay, and this account literally went to 40,000 followers almost overnight. Now, what they're actually doing is like two or three of the videos are pictures of this person talking about how they are this person, and then the fourth video is a hat off TikTok Shop. So part of me believes that it's not really them, and they're all like images. There's no video, there's no announcements, or anything like that. But this is probably the most powerful and thing that they could actually end up doing that could change the trajectory of their entire life. Obviously, if it's something that they wanted to end up doing, which they might not want to be known for this, and I don't blame them. Or they might be in hiding because they're embarrassed, which is understandable, right? Like they went viral for a silly drunk interview, right? But as I mentioned, they could literally start creating content, and they don't even have to publicly announce that they are the person, the Hawk Tuah girl. But they could literally start creating content, and it would be crazy to think that they would literally explode their socials. They would grow, they would amass hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers. Like as I mentioned, this account blew up their following by 40,000 people probably in the last 12 hours. It's probably more at this point because I didn't see it for the last 6 or 7 hours. But they could literally change everything about their life, especially if they started growing this big following, which then would open doors to all sorts of other ways to start making money. You got ad revenue, okay? If they start putting content on, say, like Facebook, they start putting content on YouTube, they would start opening the doors to ad revenue, getting paid simply because of posting content. And you got creator funds, TikTok creator fund, after 10,000 followers, they'll pay you per view. Can be kind of low depending on the industry you're in, but again, right? Simply going and posting some content, they could go absolutely viral. They got brand deals, UGC. What I mean by that is like hot trend in the market right now, and especially if she ends up building a big following, it would open up doors for her to talk about other products, sponsorships. Hey, I will promote your earrings, and you pay me a $10,000 fee, and I'll post about your earrings on my social media. That's literally what like the Kardashians do, right? They shout out products and they get paid. Okay. There is so many different ways that they could literally monetize their social medias, and the crazy part is it all happened because of a piece of content going absolutely viral, and it opens up all these doors for them to end up having a life-changing business online. Now, and I'm by no means saying that this person wants to do this or has any idea of who I am, right? I have no idea who this person is either, but I just wanted to like create a video and talk about all of the different opportunities that can literally start getting created for you or this person or anybody realistically that starts putting themselves out there on the internet, right? Simply casting a net of attention to yourself and creating some form of content, and it doesn't have to go mega viral, can literally start opening so many doors of opportunity to have a life-changing business, to never have to work a regular job again, to live the life of your dreams by simply putting yourself out there on the internet. Like it's a fucking amazing, beautiful time that we live in. And I absolutely love it, obviously, because I run a business that is purely online and help people grow and monetize their businesses online. But this is a really good example of that. Okay. You have this person who absolutely blows up. They take over the TikToks, they take over all this social media like storm. And you have people, and I'm not saying I agree with this. You have people who are potentially creating fake accounts. They're selling products. They're like, it's wild. Like what can happen by you simply starting to create some content, putting yourself out there, and doing the thing. you know, get out there, put yourself out there, create some content, start casting a net of attention to yourself, and you never know what is going to end up happening, right? I'm a ex blue collar worker who used to work a minimum wage job, who started creating content, who's built a 7-figure business because of it. I've never had viral videos like that, but I wanted to do a bit of a different style video and talk about all of the fucking opportunities that end up getting created by you simply showing up. There's no reason that I mean, hell, you never know. You could post content for the next, 6 months and you might have a video blow up and go viral. And you're literally one thing away from it absolutely changing everything about your life. That's all I got for you guys today. If you guys put up with 10 minutes of me rambling, talking about Tuah and all this stuff, I appreciate you. But I was scrambling at ideas for my video in my 100-day series, so I figured I would just kind of go off something completely random. And you guys have a kick-ass weekend. I will see you tomorrow.